Hi everyone, welcome back to Alex C+. This is actually my first video on the second channel. In this second channel, we'll talk about general content, mostly movies, Marvel, and other franchises that aren't just Ninjago. So I hope you enjoy content like this. Today we're gonna talk about my predictions of who will win the 905th Academy Awards. So, a few weeks ago, they announced the nominees for the 905th Academy Awards. And it's obviously very exciting when the Academy Awards come every year. I think that this year they've done a pretty good job with the nominations. And obviously, everyone is trying to predict who will win every category. So today, I wanted to try that myself. So I've got in Google Docs a list of who I think should win the Academy Awards. I'll go through every category, see who will win, in my opinion. These predictions will mostly be based on my actual thoughts of who I think should win, but also looking back at Oscars from the previous years, their consistency, and also looking back at the other award ceremonies and how they handled winners. So anyway, let's go. Our first category we're gonna predict is Best Costume Design. Honestly, I don't know much about this category. I'm honestly most interested in the other big scale categories. But anyway, some of the categories, because I'm not super into them and don't know much about their specifications and stuff. Some of these categories I'm also going to be simply predicting the winner based on a casual perspective. So maybe my predictions are very biased, but anyway. So the winner for the best costume design will go to Elvis. Again, this is just my casual perspective. Maybe Elvis won't win, but who knows? Maybe he will win. This is of course just my predictions. I'd love to see your predictions down in the comment section. Best makeup and hair listing is also one of those categories which I'm not too into it. So my casual prediction of who will win might honestly be, after looking at some websites with their own predictions, I honestly think that the award will go to The Batman. The Batman, I'm pretty happy honestly that it got nominated for many awards. It's obviously always great that superhero or comic book movies get some honor in the Academy Awards, in awards in general. So it's great to see the Batman be nominated to something, and of course it will be even better for it to win something. Of course, again, I might be wrong, but honestly I think that the Batman in general did a pretty good job of makeup. I mean, they literally put Colin Farrell's body into the Penguin, and they did a pretty good job. Once again, best sound is a category I don't know much about. However, I honestly think that in a casual perspective again, the award might go to All Quiet on the Western Front. This is an international movie that I've seen a lot of nominations about, so I honestly predict it will win some of them. So this is a war film, so maybe the sound might be pretty good. I don't know, honestly. I don't know much about I honestly don't know why this category even exists, because again, I'm not super into it. Anyway, I'm repeating what I'm saying constantly when talking about my categories and the predictions. Anyway, let's just move on to the next category. While I do know a lot about Best Original Score, I honestly didn't know too much who might win. Honestly, I think that the award might go to Babylon. This is a musical film, so I think that this being considered, it could be Best Original Score. In the sense of this. Now we're moving into nominees I actually know a lot in this category, Best Original Song. They did a pretty decent job at choosing the nominees. Of course, there were some songs of the year that should have been nominated, but overall they did an okay job. Anyway, the ones who I think should win, and something that is pretty obvious to me instantly think about it, is Natu Natu from RRR. Of course, you've seen a lot of the other ceremonies, awards, the Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, loving this song. And of all the other songs, this is probably the most landmark of them all, because this one is actually a part of the movie. Instead of just playing in the end credits, it's actually a song that if you watch the movie, you'll know a lot about. Okay, let's be real, there's no competition with this one. The award will go to Avatar: The Way of Water. Why even this you make a category like this? There's a literal Avatar in here. You cannot simply surpass that. There's literal no way Avatar will lose this category. I'm serious. The first Avatar and of course this film are landmarks in visual effects and special effects. And of course the motion capture technology. And for this film they really had to do it with all the underwater sequences. So I think that it's very obvious that Avatar will win. Okay, so the next few categories I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna tell really casually. These categories will be Best Documentary Short, Best Live Action Short, Best Documentary Feature, and Best Animated Short. The reason I'm analyzing the winners for this one very differently, and I'm announcing the winner in one section of the video, is because I honestly don't know any of these nominees. So I just kind of guessing at random, and also doing a little bit of research on the internet on these things. So anyway, for Best Animated Short, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse might win. Best Documentary Feature, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Best Documentary Short, The Elephant Whisperers. And Best Live Action Short, Night Ride. This is probably the category I'm most fond of because everyone in every age loves watching animated movies. So those kids who watch the Academy Awards will be very happy to actually turn to guess Best Animated Feature, and that's what makes this category so special to me. Okay, so one thing I want to say is that the Academy Awards need to love animated movies more. Do you remember last year when the announcer for the award literally said animated movies are just for kids?
All these characters hold such a special place in our hearts because animated films make up some of our most formative movie experiences as kids.
So many kids watch these movies over and over
and over and over and over and over and over.
I see some parents out there know exactly what we're talking about.
They are wrong. The animated movies in the Academy Awards deserve more love. In my opinion, Ciao Papa, the song from Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, should have been nominated for Best Original Song. I haven't mentioned this before, but I'm mentioning it now. Anyway, now to who I think should win. Now, everyone is saying that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was the best animated movie of the year. And yes, it was actually great. And I'm super happy to see that a DreamWorks movie is nominated for the awards again. However, Puss in Boots is a close second when it comes to critical acclaim, because the one who's obviously gonna win for me is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Now, I'm not saying Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is a bad movie. If it wasn't for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and how much it is being loved and how significant it is with its stop motion animation, Puss in Boots will win. I'm serious. I don't want to offend anybody who thinks that Puss in Boots should win, because I do think it could win. Both movies are great, but seeing the other award ceremonies, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, it is certainly inevitable for it to lose. For Best International Feature, I have one question to make. Where is RRR? RRR is probably the only international feature film I knew for the year. It is being loved by many. Unfortunately, the only category it got nominated for awards is for Best Original Song, which we'll talk about already. So why didn't RRR get nominated for Best International Feature? I feel that's a great movie. So why didn't it get nominated? And even worse, why later on in Best Picture didn't get nominated either? And anyway, so who I think should win? So the one I see, so I think that it's pretty obvious, seeing at least these nominees, at least who should win. All Quiet on the Western Front. As I mentioned earlier, this movie has been nominated for a lot of awards. So I think it's pretty obvious that maybe this one will win. The other nominees on the Best International Feature haven't been nominated for any other award, aside from this one. So All Quiet on the Western Front makes perfect sense for it to win. For Best Documentary Feature, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Best Documentary Short, The Elephant Whisperers. And Best Live Action Short, Night Ride. Honestly, I don't understand much of the concept of best production design, but again, on a casual perspective, I think that the one who will win is Elvis. I said that Elvis will already win best costume design. So yeah, I certainly think that Elvis will win the design awards. Now we're moving to the big scale, important, and essential Academy Award categories. First was Best Adapted Screenplay. So Best Adapted Screenplay is of course a movie based on something else. For me, the one who will win is Top Gun Maverick. I hear this movie is amazing and it even got nominated for Best Picture. So please let the Top Gun win. It will be certainly great. The contrast to Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Screenplay. So I think that the one who will win is Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is the most nominated movie in the awards, and it certainly has demolished the other award ceremonies. So I think it's fair for Everything Everywhere All at Once to win. Now we have Best Editing. Honestly, I don't know much about this award either, but I honestly think that the award will go to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Well, from the shots I've seen of this movie, it seems to be an explosive multiverse movie. The editing seems to be very great, and there's a lot of special effects and transitions between the different universes. So yeah, I think that this movie should win this. Now we have Best Cinematography. For me, the award will go to All Quiet on the Western Front. Best Cinematography, in my opinion, is a very interesting award. For the movies nominated, I don't know much about how they could be, but one thing's for sure, Top Gun Maverick should have been nominated for this. The shots also seem to be very spectacular. The airplane shots were amazing. So please, why didn't this get nominated? If it got, it would have certainly won. But for the nominees that are here, I only think that All Quiet on the Western Front will win. Now we move into the Actor Awards, Best Supporting Actor. For me, honestly, I'm having a hard time thinking of who will win if I'm thinking about it. On one hand, I think that the Banshees of Inisherin should win something. Of course, Brendan Gleeson is basically the protagonist of the movie, so a very important role also go to him. But anyway, I sincerely think that maybe the one who... While I do think that the Banshees of Inisherin should win something, I honestly think that the award will go to Ke-Huy Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. The other awards have had him win, and he is very passionate and happy that he got nominated for the Oscars. So it's a great achievement. So I think that she will absolutely win. Now we have Best Supporting Actress. For me, this is a no-brainer. Angela Bassett for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This actress is already making history with Marvel. I believe she's the first actress of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to ever be nominated for an award. And this is amazing for the franchise. And in the other ceremonies, Golden Globes and Critics' Choice, she has been nominated and won this category. And I hear she's done a perfect job in this movie. So yeah, please let her win. It will be an amazing achievement for the MCU. For Best Actor, I've heard a lot of people debating whether Austin Butler or Brendan Fraser will win this award. Honestly, I think that it should go to Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser used to be very famous, but before the release of The Whale, his career really declined. However, this movie is his essential comeback. Austin Butler has of course gotten far more popular with the release of Elvis, and playing an historical figure is of course always fun to see. However, Brendan Fraser, the movie he's in, is a more emotional and serious movie, from what I heard. So I think it will be fairer that Brendan Fraser wins. Now we have the opposite gender Best Actress. For me, Best Actress should go to Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Honestly, it's not like I don't know much of the nominees here, but I feel that Michelle Yeoh, that Everything Everywhere All at Once is Michelle Yeoh's best performance of all time. So I think it will be really good for her to win. So the second to last category is Best Director. Best Director is, for me, it's a no-brainer. Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. The Fabelmans, I believe this is the only award he has won. And it kind of doesn't make sense for the movie to win in one award, which is Best Director. But Steven Spielberg is a legend. The other directors on this list, I don't know much about them. And I hear The Fabelmans is of course really good. So Steven Spielberg makes perfect sense to win. But now, the movie that will win Best Picture at the Oscars, I think it will be Everything Everywhere All at Once. So, let me get this right. This movie has won Best Picture in a lot of the other ceremonies, again, Golden Globe, Critics' Choice Awards, etc. And really, it is probably the most popular film at the awards. So a multiverse movie that's also a drama will be amazing for it to win the Academy Awards. The Academy Awards, normally the Best Picture goes to a drama rather than no. So honestly, I've been going back and forth between Everything Everywhere All at Once or The Fabelmans of who will win Best Picture. And I'm honestly basing it on hopes rather than knowing the Academy. Because please, Everything Everywhere All at Once should win Best Picture. Please, Oscars, do this. Please. Now, I won't even be upset if it doesn't win. If The Fabelmans wins, then I'm still very happy. I'm equal happy for the two. But this is my general hope. Please, Everything Everywhere All at Once should absolutely win. Okay, so those were all my predictions. Now let's do just a little bit of math. So in total, here were my predictions of the top 3 of these movies that won more than one award, the movies that won the most awards. So there were actually only 3 movies that won more than one award. So those are Everything Everywhere All at Once with 5 awards, All Quiet on the Western Front with 3 awards, and Elvis with 2 awards. So obviously that's not a lot of movies, but I mean last year there were also only 3 movies which won on more than one award. So what can you do? So those are my predictions of which movies will win the 95th Academy Awards. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the second channel if you're enjoying this kind of different content. Also, you haven't already subscribed to regular channel Axie. In that channel, I cover normal Ninjago content, a lot of fun stuff right there. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, share down in the comments down below which are your predictions of the 95th Academy Awards. And I'll see you guys later on Alex C+. Bye.